from Ashland, Oregon, home of William Shakespeare and progressive politics, and broadcasting live from the Southern Oregon University Digital Media Center and the RVTV studio. It's the So Not So Late Night Glamour Dave show, and recorded before a non-existent studio audience with a skeletal crew of certified public access producers. You can expect to see tonight's guests, whoever they may be, the Glamour Dave Comedy Players, and the Rogue Valley Public Access Orchestra. Now, here's your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow.
Hello, Rogue Valley, and welcome to the next segment of tonight's episode of the So Not So Late Night Glamour Dave show. I'm your host, David Glamour Dave Nienow. And so this is our second show segment, and I have as my guest this half hour, Emmanuel Balin. Am I pronouncing that correct? Balin. Okay. And you are, Emmanuel is a Life Art Gallery mentor. He works with the Life Art Gallery program in Medford. He also teaches their summer program at the McLaughlin Middle School. And so we're here to talk about the Life Art program, which they had a recent break-in at their gallery just over a week or so ago. And so we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the summer programs. So I welcome Emmanuel to the show. And we continue to also have my mother, Dorothy Nienow, as my guest sidekick for this half hour. And we also have Marianne Graham as our musical guest for this segment. So we're happy to have Marianne perform. And so that's this segment. And so, Emmanuel, thank you for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so I got a hold of Phil Ortega, who runs the program.
Yes.
Soon after it was announced that the gallery had been broken into,
Yes.
which was just a little over a week or so ago.
Right. It was very unfortunate. You know, Life Art serves the community of Medford.
Yeah.
And at-risk inner city youth, or anyone who wants to come by and work on art and different programs that they provide.
Yeah.
And there was a break-in where they stole some equipment and a bicycle that had been built by
Yes.
some of the students.
Yes, and that's part of the Unida Familia program, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I really fell in love with the Life Art Gallery program when I discovered them last summer.
Yes.
And so I was so impressed by everything that the gallery does that and with everything that it does, I felt like not only was this a great program that could be covered on my art program, Rogue Artisans and Crafters, but there was so much that the gallery does, the program does, that it was beyond my one show to cover. And so I got some fellow producers here at the studio, and we used our respective shows and did different story elements of the program. And Phil tells me that they're using those programs really well to get grants for the program.
Yes, they've been doing well, and as a matter of fact, also just touching back a little bit on the break-in,
Yeah.
they've also you can go to the Facebook page of Life Art and participate in a little fundraising program there to help them kind of rebuild.
Right,
and
because
cover the cost.
you have a GoFundMe campaign.
Yes, to cover the deductible for
Right.
the insurance and
Yeah,
whatnot.
and so you're trying to get, my understanding is you're trying to get like $2,500
Correct.
together
That is
through the
exact-
GoFundMe
yes.
campaign.
And I think all the information is on the Facebook page.
Right, yeah,
So are you still able to resume just, your regular operations? The kids can still drop in and things like that
Yes,
now?
the studio, thankfully, it's still there. Most of the artwork is
Oh,
there
that's
and
good.
tables and materials, but some of the iPad, a projector was gone. The
Yeah.
doors are boarded up. So, it was open to the community. Now, unfortunately, has to be more closed off until it gets fixed.
Because
Yeah.
it's such a great thing for the kids. I mean, it's 24/7. They have access.
Absolutely, yes, exactly. Phil
Yeah.
Ortega trusts the students. They have access. He believes instead of being on the street or whatever, they can come inside and work on art or just hang out in a safe environment.
They have a safe place.
Yes.
Which, there's not many of those around. So, I
Correct.
mean, you do such a valuable service for the community and the youth. It's just,
Thank you.
it's
Yes.
amazing.
Yes, no, thank you.
yeah, I mean, it's that was one of the great things that I really impressed me early on learning about the program, was the fact that all these students that make use of the program have their own key into to
Yes,
the gallery.
that
right?
was impressive to me
You
too
know,
when I started working.
24/7, any
Yes.
of the students that have a key can go in and really it serves as a safe respite
Correct.
for any teens that are having problems in their life, and
Exactly.
and it gives them a safe haven.
Exactly.
And,
But Phil tells me that he's passed by at 10, 11 p.m. at night, and the gallery's open,
Yeah.
and the students are there. And I asked him the other day, do they leave trash? He goes, no, they pick up everything, they clean up and everything. So
Yeah.
instead of running the streets or being out there and who knows what,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it really is a tremendous program. It really benefits the teen community of Jackson County.
yes,
And gives them a really great place of support,
absolutely.
so, yeah, that's why I just really got so behind them with my show,
Thank you.
and my fellow producers here, when I told them everything about
Yes,
the
thank
gallery,
you.
they were like, wow.
Yeah, and we had some students come on and they brought their artwork in.
Oh, they did? That's
and,
awesome.
Yeah.
Isn't it great artwork?
It's
Yeah.
amazing,
Gallery, yes.
it's
Yeah,
amazing.
it really is amazing
And
what
they
they're
brought
all
their bikes in
producing.
and we had to show them the bikes. I mean, it's amazing what they do.
It is. And that's why I wanted to get involved right away. When Phil
Yeah.
gave me the
Yeah.
opportunity,
Yeah.
I was like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you teach, there's a summer program that you're responsible for, that you're teaching.
Correct.
Through the Life Art Gallery program.
Right.
And that's taking place at McLaughlin.
McLaughlin Middle School. Yes, we
Right.
were working there for 4 weeks for their summer school. I work with a different group of kids every week, so it's 4 different group of
okay.
kids. We're serving over 80 kids for the summer.
Wow.
And
Okay.
year-round, Life
Great.
Art works with over 700 students.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yes, no, it's impacting. I mean, and due to funding and whatever, the summer school has gotten shorter. So I understand that in the past they had 2 hours per day, 2 weeks. I have 1 hour a day and 4 days only. And in that time, I connect with the kids. We get to they get to learn about a new person every week, and we get to paint.
yeah.
I brought a couple
Right, yeah,
examples
so
here.
let's see some of the art that you've brought here,
So-
and talk to us about what the theme is.
Sure, thank you. The theme is of minorities that have contributed historically and have overcome social challenges. So this is Sonia Sotomayor, which is I'm sorry, can you see it? Is the first Latina Supreme Court Justice,
yeah.
nominated by the President Barack Obama, and third female. And the students learn as a woman, as a minority person with type 1 diabetes since she was a kid, and everything she overcame. They had no idea who that was.
Yeah.
Then we also talked about Jackie Robinson. This was all painted by the kids, by the way.
That's
Jackie
amazing.
Robinson, as we know,
Yeah.
first African American to break the color barrier in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
And more recently, we did Roberto Clemente, which was the first Latin American player to be inducted in the Hall of Fame, also a great contributor
Yeah.
and humanitarian.
Yeah.
And the students had no idea who any one of these people were
Right.
exactly. And through the course of 4 days, at the end, we had all these words and going over, and they understood what humanitarian, social justice, and everything. And more importantly, if I may say, my daughter was my assistant.
Yeah.
For that. She's 13 years old, so that she was a
that's
peer
great.
to them. They were her
Yeah.
peers, and she
Yeah.
really took charge of this and mixed the paints, and the students all
Oh.
participated in this, and they all got to sign it. So
Yeah, I
throughout
noticed
the
that.
year, they see this at their school. They know that they participated in all of this.
Right.
Yeah.
So you've got multiple students that are all doing an element of each painting.
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we kind of outlined it a little bit because of the time restriction. We outlined it a little bit, and then we had the picture, and they just kind of copied it. And my daughter
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
was there kind of guiding them while I'm teaching
Yeah.
the contributions of this
Yeah,
person.
it's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, great
It's
art.
good, right?
Yeah.
We were all
Yeah.
impressed.
Yeah.
We had no idea it was
kidding.
gonna come out this good.
Yeah, considering that these are group created artistic pieces.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
And,
I think if you look at it at first glance, it doesn't look like it was
No.
just kids
Oh,
doing
yeah,
it right.
No.
Yeah, we were
They're
impressed. We were
wonderful,
very,
yeah.
very grateful for all the help of McLaughlin Middle School, allowing us to come in and do it. And more importantly, that the kids were very eager to participate and excited to be a part of.
yeah, now how many students are there in each session typically?
It depends. 1 week, 1 week for, I think, Jackie, I had 10 students.
Yeah.
For Roberto Clemente, I had 18 students.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So it can vary.
Yeah,
10
yeah.
students, 18. And we hit the ground running, get to know each other, talk about it, talk about the person, and start painting.
Yeah.
And they have to feel really good when they.
They do. We like
back
to take
and
group
look at-
pictures.
Yes,
and-
yes.
Yeah,
They're
no,
very
it's
excited.
That's
important
wonderful.
that the process gives them a positive experience and positive feedback through the process.
Right.
You know, and
Totally. And one of the things that McLaughlin really wanted us to touch on was the language arts. And students, they're in summer school, so already kind of like, I don't want to go to summer
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
So they come in after doing math and
Yeah.
English or whatever, and first day it's kind of grumbling. But once I get them excited and we're going, by the end, they're like, oh, we
Oh,
have
yeah,
to
this is
leave. And
fun.
they paint
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
it's been very, very beneficial for us to see the change in the students. And that last period of the day, they leave on a good note, on a very high note.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
wonderful.
and because my understanding through my discussions with Phil Ortega is that, you know, this has been an ongoing summer program for the last several years.
Yes,
So,
that's right. It's my understanding too.
yeah, and so now, and my understanding is that you're basically new to the valley.
Correct.
Right?
We are new.
Yeah, so when did you move to the valley? What brought you to the valley?
We are actually just completing 1 month of
Okay,
being
oh
in
wow,
here.
so you're really
My
good.
family, we moved from California. Both my wife and I are educators.
Yeah.
And we're also first generation educators and college graduates. So we understand the struggle of our parents coming in,
Yeah.
being
Oh,
immigrants,
yeah, yeah.
and we believe in not just the bilingual impact that we can have on the students, but how we can relate to the
Yes.
community.
Right.
And we'll be working here. That's why we moved up. We're living in Medford.
Yeah.
And we are loving this area, and we can't wait to
Great.
contribute even more. So we jumped right in.
Yeah.
I mean, with Life Art and Phil Ortega.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
well, that's really
that's
great.
a wonderful connection because it's amazing to see the creativity and the beautiful art that comes from these students and the passion they have. And they're putting their heart and soul into these, and sometimes it's really, it's just beautiful, but then it can be heartbreaking to see.
Yeah. absolutely.
Yeah,
what-
because their
what they
experiences
have put
come
into
through
that.
in the art, you know, and a lot of what these teens deal with is very negative,
Yes.
right? And very traumatic, and they, you know, the art program gives them the vehicle to kind of express and deal with that trauma that they're often dealing with.
Exactly,
in their
and
life.
that's another big impact of the program that I was really impressed by. You know, instead of tagging a wall or doing some graffiti, they can do on the canvas and
Oh.
create a beautiful art piece. Or
Right.
some of them are dealing with some negative issues, and they can portray that
Yes.
or draw, paint those images.
And they have the support of their peers.
Correct.
It's like, well, it's like a family, you know,
Yes.
they, some of them are homeless or whatever.
Right. It's a
and,
safe,
circumstances.
non-judgmental place.
Yeah, and they connect, and it's confidence building,
Right.
and it's just, I just
It's a
can't
good
say
outlet.
enough
It's a
about it.
positive outlet
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah, very positive.
Even when the art itself that you're seeing is kind of scary, got scary images in
Right.
it, or, you know, and it's kind of very negative in its presentation, you know, that whoever the artist is that did that, you know, you can tell that they're dealing with something
Correct.
serious in their life, and it's allowed them to kind of get some of that negative energy and feeling
That darkness,
out.
put it out there, yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that just, you know, is just a beneficial to them,
Mhm.
and can be a very educational thing to the community,
Right.
for the community to understand what these kids are dealing with.
Mhm.
Because I try to make it to as many of the Life Art Gallery events
Mhm.
as my schedule permits, and every time I've gone, I have just always been so amazed at the quality and range of emotion to be seen
Mhm.
in the art that's presented,
Absolutely.
you know.
And it's not only just the art, but the bicycles or the creations and what they do with that,
Mm-hmm.
but they also write, and the beautiful poetry
Right.
and the
Yeah.
stories. I mean, it's just amazing.
And
Yeah.
like you said, it's a family. It's a safe environment for all of them to come. Who
Yeah,
may
they
not,
can
they
express
may not
themselves.
express themselves. They may not be seeing that at home or in another positive.
But they have a
environment.
safe place.
Exactly.
My favorite part of the whole Life Art Gallery program is the Uniida Familia
Mhm.
bike program.
Yes.
Right? I am 56. I look at all these bikes that these kids do, and I think, I want one of those bikes.
I know they look really cool.
Yeah, they are really cool. It's amazing
Yeah.
what they are able to create.
Yes.
Now, you do your own art as well, correct? You have some art background?
I have a little bit of art background,
Yeah.
but with school and raising a family, I haven't touched much of
Yeah.
that. So I was really grateful that my daughter came along. She's younger. She took some art classes, so that was
Yeah.
kind of a big help.
Yeah, okay.
So, but it was with a little bit of that background.
Yeah.
To your point, it was easier for me to look at it and say maybe we should add a little bit of this, add a
Yeah,
little bit of that
yeah.
color.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it was the kids. I mean, they
Yeah.
did all this, which is great.
Yeah, no, it's an amazing thing.
Mhm.
So, where are we at, God Mike, in our time for,
We are 15 minutes, 30 seconds into the show.
oh,
Dave.
okay. Well, we're getting kind of close to the end of the interview before Mary Ann does her next song. One of the things I like to do for a lot of my interviews is to offer my guests an opportunity for a bit of lighthearted comedy opportunity. So we can have, to end the interview, we can have an awkward moment,
Okay.
or we can all toot our own horn, and I have some cheap $1 plastic horns,
Okay.
or you can try and win a small cash prize of a baggie of 100 pennies. Where's my penny? Right there is the small cash prize. 100 pennies, and all you gotta do is correctly answer a trivia question.
I'll do that for the GoFundMe.
Yeah?
To
Yeah, that would be a good
the life art.
Yeah,
Please check out the GoFundMe. Say
Yeah.
help out the life art program. So those 100 pennies are going to go to that.
okay.
And so
So,
the community needs to go to, it's on like Facebook,
It's on the
Yeah.
Facebook page
Yeah.
of Life Art.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please look
And
that
check
up,
that
and all the
out,
information is
and-
there.
please help.
yeah, so we have 3 categories
Okay.
to select them on. We have sports and leisure, Game of Thrones, the TV series,
Mhm.
and Star Trek, the classic TV series.
Let's go with sports and leisure.
Okay.
Ah,
I hope I get it.
yeah,
It's 100
Well,
pennies?
that's right. Everything counts.
okay, so the following question comes to us via Gmail from the show's ancestral home of the Nienow clan in Mapleton, Minnesota. Crater Lake is the 5th oldest national park in the United States and the only national park in Oregon. The lake is 1,949 feet deep at its deepest point, making Crater Lake the deepest lake in the United States and the 9th deepest in the world. Your trivia question is, that's the wrong category.
I was wondering. I was like, where are we going with this?
Well, the beginning is still the same.
Yeah,
So let me get the right question,
yeah.
because you picked sports.
This is live TV.
Yeah, that's right. So, name the professional pocket billiard player who recently broke Willie Mosconi's straight pool high run record of 526 consecutive ran balls by 100 balls to set a new record of 626 balls ran without a miss.
I have no idea.
It was Barney Rubble. Come on.
No, it happens to be professional pool player John Schmidt, who did that at the end of May, who I happen to know, because I've met him before in the past
Okay.
in my pool playing history. So yeah, he broke Willie Mosconi's record of 526 balls by 100 balls. That's 626 balls ran in a game of straight pool without a single miss.
Wow.
It took him just a few hours of continual play. And the record, Willie Mosconi's record, ran. It existed for, God, it's like over 60 years, I think.
Wow.
So
That means playing consecutively all day long and never missing a shot.
That's right.
Wow, that is
Yeah.
impressive, right?
But because I love the Life Art Gallery program so much,
Yes,
All right.
it's
there
going
you
to
go. You
go.
can have
Check out the GoFundMe. This is going
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome. All right, so what time is it here, God Mike?
Well, we're trying to get Jimmy Kimmel on the
Yeah.
phone, but
Oh, okay, yeah, let's get Jimmy, my message to Jimmy graphic up. Yeah, there it is. So this message is for Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy, I'm David Glamour Dave Nienow, and I host the So Not So Late Night Glamour Dave show here at RVTV, and this is a new segment that is devoted to you. I'm going to use this opportunity to, at times, to send a message to you about your show, your guests, whatever comes across my mind, and then I will create a clip of this, put it on my Twitter, and connect to your official Twitter feed, and try to get your attention, because I want to have you on my show, possibly as a Skype live interview, or if you like what I do, you can invite me onto your show. I'm totally up for that. But it's all about getting your attention. So this is my message to Jimmy moment, and this is the very first one to get your attention. So I have nothing else to say for this.
But Mom does.
Oh, Mom has something.
If you Skype in, I will be the honorary last-minute sidekick.
That's
just
right.
because it's you.
That's right. There you go. Okay.
And we'll make them a painting.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. And
Incentive.
so this ends my message to you, Jimmy Kimmel. And at this point, I think it's about time for my musical guest, Marianne Graham, to perform her next song.
The song is called Cowboy Charm.
All right.
You had me long before you started speaking. Devoured elegant words you were feeding. I fell right into your master plan. When I gave up control, I became just a notch on your pole. You led me on to believe there was more. You're just a shell with an empty core. My heart was real and my love was used, since I was just a stop on your way to the top. On your way to the top, yeah. You said you needed me around, but you didn't. I'm done playing your game, so I'm quitting. You must have taken it all to the fifth, 'cause there's nothing you're admitting. Whoa, whoa, and I can't take your cowboy charm when all it's done is do me harm. I can't take your cowboy, I can't take your cowboy charm. You sit so high on that horse you've been riding, when it's not you but it's me that I'm fighting for. I've gotta stay on the middle road where I can be safe, so I'm jumping the train all alone. I'll be better alone, yeah. I'm done playing the game, so I'm quitting. You must have taken pain, so I'm winning. And the manipulation hasn't won you any prizes. Oh no, and I can't take a cowboy charm when all it's done is do me harm. I can't take a cowboy, I won't take a cowboy charm. I don't wanna live in this prison where all of my dreams lay hidden, and everything I desire and need have been conveniently forbidden. Oh no, and I can't take a cowboy charm when all it's done is do me harm. I can't take a cowboy, I can't take a cowboy charm. I can't take a cowboy charm when all it's done is do me harm. I can't take a cowboy, I won't take a cowboy. I can't take a cowboy, I won't take a cowboy charm. Get on back to the barn, yeah. Pack up your cowboy charm, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marianne. All righty. Well, that was Marianne Graham, vying for the role of the RVTV Public Access Orchestra. So it's up to you, Road Valley. You get her, you like her work, and you get her booked so that she's so damn busy that she can't come back to the show, then I got to continue on my search.
Thumbs up.
But Mom's going, whoa, let's see. She'd be a perfect sidekick.
Yeah, well, down the
If
road.
you ever wanna
never
be
know. You
that
might
big
see Marianne
sidekick.
come back on the show and perform the role of a guest sidekick some night. So,
Cool.
yeah.
That'd be fun. Not the last resort one?
Yeah. And
You're
mom can just
irreplaceable.
sit back and look and retire.
So what time do we have here, God Mike?
We are 25 minutes in, Dave.
Okay.
Looks like the math is.
Got about 2.5 minutes of free
2.5
time here.
minutes, Dave.
Yeah, okay. All righty. Well, Emmanuel, I thank you very much for coming on to the show.
Thank you very much for giving us
And,
the opportunity.
and you have your family here with you.
I do,
Yeah.
right over there.
So your wife and your daughters are?
Yes, that's my
Beautiful.
wife,
Yeah.
who's
So-
also a teacher. She'll be doing
Yeah.
bilingual classroom, and my two daughters, Emma and Maya. Maya, raise your hand. She's the one who helped with the summer school program.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so,
Talented.
after the summer school program comes to an end, then what's the next thing that follows after that? Is there something, a program for the fall that?
I'm not sure right now what goes on. I know that the Life Art Studio and the gallery is year long, but we have one more week, which is this week coming up, and
Okay.
then we're done for summer school
All right.
with
okay.
McLaughlin.
All right,
Yeah, and then next year.
yeah, cool. Well,
Then it won't be long till school starts.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
that's
there'll be
right.
something in the fall.
Ooh.
Yes.
well, your wife and daughters can come out here into the stage if they feel
Yeah.
comfortable.
Say hi, Dave and
Come out
Mom.
and say hi.
Say hi.
Yeah,
This
so
is Emma.
Michael's
Oh,
family
nice,
and,
man.
This is Maya.
Nice, nice meeting you.
And this is my wife.
yeah.
Carolina.
Beautiful girl. Yeah, nice.
So, do both your daughters, are they like into art, or?
Yes, they're both into art, although she's a little bit more into art. She's more of a builder.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
she's like, Mom, she's gonna be an engineer or something, but she's always building something.
yeah, all right. Well, if they continue to develop their art down the road, you never know, they might be able to show up on my show.
There
with
you go,
Artists
see?
and
Artists
Crafters,
and
you know.
crafters, yeah.
I'm always on the lookout for uprising artistic talent to get featured on the show,
There you go, good. I'll promote them.
Yeah.
My wife's a great teacher also, so
Yeah,
they're all
cool.
here.
All right.
So
Okay,
are you
so,
like a sculptor, builder?
Well,
What is
I
that?
usually just play with like
Lego.
Legos mostly.
Oh,
but,
yeah, yeah.
Sometimes when like our old radio broke, I just take it apart and stuff. And
Oh, yeah, well, that's
Okay.
creativity and curiosity.
Yeah.
And Legos aren't easy to work with.
No.
all
You
right.
have to have
So I'm getting the
creativity.
signal that we're about ready to wrap things up. So I thank you, Road Valley, for checking us out, and we will see you next time, Road Valley.